In this video, you will learn how to create a cozy garden that does not require much effort, but brings joy, comfort, and peace. We will show how it is easy for older people to care for plants without straining their back and knees. How to make paths. 1. Nature shouldn't be a struggle. Why easy gardening matters. As we reach age 65 and beyond, it's important to realize that gardening doesn't have to be a physical struggle. Gardening can be a joy instead of a chore if you approach it wisely. For example, if you used to enjoy digging in the soil, now you should choose simpler ways to make your garden a place of relaxation instead of work. The idea of a simple garden is not a rejection of nature, but rather a closeness to it that doesn't require much effort. With the right plants, convenient tools, and simple solutions, you can create a garden that will delight you without taking up a lot of energy. Your garden can become a comfortable place to relax, without having to spend hours working in it. 2. Start small. The benefits of simplicity. Many of us tend to start with ambitious plans, but when it comes to gardening, it's best to start small. One container of plants or a couple of flower beds is already a start. Gradually, as you get used to it and understand what works for you, you can expand the garden. Gardening is a process, and it can be adapted to your physical abilities. Starting small will help you figure out what you are comfortable tending to and what takes too much time or effort. A simple garden is not only a convenience solution, but also a chance to connect with nature on a deeper level. Starting small is not shameful, it is wise. 3. Low-maintenance plants. The key to simplicity. One of the best-kept secrets in gardening for seniors is choosing low-maintenance plants. Plants that require minimal care can be just as beautiful as their more demanding counterparts. Plants such as lavender, echinacea, marigolds, daisies, and plants that do not require regular pruning or watering are excellent choices for a simple garden. They don't require much attention and can be planted in flower beds, containers, or along paths. It's important to remember that these plants are not only beneficial, but can also be a source of joy as you watch them grow and bloom. Simple plants like succulents or perennials are also great for people who don't want to start from scratch every year. 4. Raised beds. Garden comfort without the bending. If physical exertion is a problem, then growing plants in raised beds is a great solution. Such beds allow you to work without bending over, which is important for people with limited mobility. They can be made from wooden boxes or special plastic structures that are easy to install anywhere in your garden. In raised beds, the soil warms up quickly and the plants grow faster. It also reduces the number of weeds and helps conserve water. And if you choose a model with pull-out drawers, you can change the soil and fertilizer without bending over. It is much more convenient to work in such beds, and you will be able to plant and care for plants comfortably, without wasting energy on constant bending. 5. Accessible pathways. Making movement safe and easy. Another important aspect of creating an accessible garden for seniors is to design safe and easy paths. For people with limited mobility, it is especially important that the paths are wide, smooth, and non-slip. It is best to use materials that do not require complex care and maintenance, such as tiles, rubber surfaces, or bricks. Such paths provide stability in any weather, which is especially important during rainy or winter months. Additionally, adding handrails or supports along the paths helps maintain balance and make movement easier. This will create not only safety, but also comfort in moving around the garden, turning it into an accessible and enjoyable space for walking. 6. Relaxation area. Creating your personal retreat. One of the most useful aspects of a garden for seniors is creating a relaxation area. A place where you can just sit, enjoy nature, read a book, or drink a cup of tea will become a real outlet. Such a corner does not require much effort to create, just a comfortable chair, a soft rug, and a few decorative elements that will help create an atmosphere of coziness. The furniture should be comfortable and stable so that you can easily sit down and get up. As an addition, you can put a small table for drinks or books. Such recreation areas will not only help you relax, but will also be a good place to communicate with loved ones, meditate, or just observe nature. 7. Sensory garden, engaging all your senses. In a garden for seniors, it's important not only to see plants, but also to enjoy other senses. Smell, texture, sounds. A sensory garden helps develop and maintain perception. Use fragrant plants such as lavender, jasmine, roses to fill the space with scents. Add plants with interesting textures such as silky mint leaves or rough sage leaves. You can install small ponds in the garden that will make a soothing sound of water, creating an atmosphere of calm. All this will help you not only enjoy the aesthetics, but also actively engage your other senses, improving the overall atmosphere of the garden. 8. Sustainable gardening, eco-friendly choices for seniors. Gardening can be environmentally friendly and at the same time convenient for seniors. Using organic fertilizers, composting, and choosing plants that attract beneficial insects such as bees and butterflies help maintain balance in nature. For example, composting allows you to recycle organic waste and create your own soil for the garden, reducing the need for commercial fertilizers. You can also use rainwater to water your plants by installing a rainwater collection system. This will reduce the amount of water needed to care for your plants and make your garden more sustainable and economical. Such solutions will not only help reduce costs, but also give your cottage or garden additional value for the environment. 9. Gardening with a purpose, growing your own food. For many older people, gardening is not only a hobby, but also a way to provide themselves with natural food. Growing your own vegetables and herbs such as tomatoes, peppers, basil, dill can greatly simplify life and give a sense of independence. Even if you do not have a large plot of land, you can easily grow plants in containers on a windowsill or balcony. To begin with, you can choose unpretentious varieties of vegetables and greens that do not require special care and quickly bear fruit. Such a garden is not only delicious, but also healthy homegrown produce will provide you with vitamins and fresh herbs all year round. 10. The joy of creating, gardening as therapy. Gardening is not only physical work, but also mental restoration. It helps reduce stress, improve mood, and increase satisfaction. Many studies confirm that caring for plants and spending time outdoors have a positive effect on mental and emotional well-being. In addition, gardening can be a great way to socialize, whether with friends, family, or neighbors. You can organize small get-togethers in your garden, share experiences, discuss plants, and just enjoy each other's company. For many, gardening is not only a way to spend time, but also a path to inner peace. 11. Garden with grandkids, easy projects to share. Gardening can be a beautiful way to connect with grandchildren, especially when you choose activities that are simple, engaging, and safe for all ages. Instead of giving kids delicate tasks like pruning or weeding, create projects they can own from start to finish. For example, build a kids' garden box, where they can plant fast-growing, colorful flowers like marigolds, sunflowers, or nasturtiums. These plants grow quickly and are forgiving, perfect for young beginners. You might also try painting flower pots together, using waterproof paint or markers. Let the kids write their names, draw flowers, or even include dates, turning each pot into a memory marker. Then help them plant herbs or flowers they can visit again and again. This creates a sense of responsibility and joy. If mobility is limited, set up a small table with seed trays and spoons for planting indoors or on a covered porch. Talk through what you're doing, tell stories, explain plant names, and let them touch the soil. It's not just about gardening, it's about passing down knowledge, routines, and joy. Every shared task becomes a moment of bonding. Make it easy, relaxed, and fun. There's no need for structure or timelines. Let the child lead when possible and keep your own role light and encouraging. Most of all, treat the time as quality time. Even if the plants don't grow perfectly, the memories will. 12. Water without the work. Smart irrigation made simple. One of the biggest challenges for older gardeners is staying on top of watering, especially in the heat of summer. Forgetting to water can damage plants, but dragging hoses or lifting watering cans is often too physically demanding. The solution? Set up a system that does most of the work for you: drip irrigation, soaker hoses, or even self-watering planters. Drip irrigation might sound complicated, but there are kits made specifically for beginners and small gardens. You don't need plumbing knowledge, just a hose connection, a few plastic tubes, and adjustable heads that release water slowly over time. It can be laid out once and used for years. This system reduces water waste, avoids overwatering, and ensures your plants get consistent moisture even when you forget. Self-watering pots are another great tool. They come with a built-in reservoir at the bottom that holds water and feeds the soil as needed. You only have to fill them every few days, sometimes once a week. 4 raised beds, triolas, clay jars buried near plant roots that slowly seep water underground. They're ancient technology, but they work perfectly. If even that feels like too much, go simple. Poke a few holes in the lid of a plastic bottle, fill it with water, and stick it upside down in the soil. The water will gradually seep out. It's not fancy, but it works. Most importantly, place plants with similar water needs together, so you don't need to guess or treat each area differently. And always keep a chair nearby so you can take breaks as often as you need. 13. Smell is memory. Fragrant plants that calm the mind. Fragrance has a powerful effect on the brain. Certain smells, like lavender, mint, or roses, can trigger memories, reduce anxiety, or help you relax after a long day. For seniors, especially those who might deal with cognitive decline or emotional stress, adding fragrant plants can bring back forgotten moments or simply improve daily mood. Lavender is one of the most calming scents. It's drought-resistant and easy to grow in pots or small beds. Just brushing past it releases its oils. Place it near a walkway or next to your favorite chair. Rosemary also has memory-enhancing qualities and can be used in cooking. Plus, its needle-like leaves and blue flowers are beautiful all year round. Mint is a great plant for containers, especially if you want something hands-on. Crushing a leaf between your fingers creates an instant scent boost. Be careful though, mint spreads quickly in the ground. Keep it in a pot where you can enjoy it without it taking over. Jasmine, honeysuckle, and gardenias offer sweeter floral smells that come alive in the evenings. These are perfect near porches or windows that stay open. You don't need many fragrant plants. Just a few, placed thoughtfully, can transform your entire space. Smell is tied to memory, and gardens that stimulate the senses also help you feel more alive, more grounded, and more connected. It's not about beauty alone, it's about experience. Let your garden talk to your brain in every way it can. 14. Container trees. Big beauty in small spaces. Most people think trees are only for large yards or strong backs. But that's not true. Many trees grow wonderfully in large containers, offering shade, structure, and even fruit without needing a shovel or heavy tools. This is an ideal solution for seniors who want the feel of a larger landscape but need to work within limitations. Start with dwarf or slow-growing varieties. Japanese maples, dwarf citrus like lemon or lime, olive trees, fig trees, or even small pines work great in pots. They don't grow aggressively and their roots are comfortable in confined spaces. A large planter, at least 18 inches wide, with wheels is best, so you can move it to catch sunlight or avoid storms. Potted trees provide a focal point. You can build a seating area around one. You can hang lights from its branches. Some even give off fragrance like lemon blossoms. And over time, a potted tree starts to feel like a friend. Something you've watched grow. Something that's stayed with you through seasons. Caring for a container tree is simpler than yard trees. Water deeply but infrequently. Feed a little fertilizer in spring and summer. And repot every few years when the soil gets tired. Don't underestimate the power of vertical growth. Even a short tree brings height, movement, and wildlife into your garden. And best of all, you can bring it with you if you move. 15. Reuse, recycle, reinvent. Garden from what you have. Gardening doesn't need to be expensive or trendy to be meaningful. In fact, one of the most satisfying things you can do is look around your home and find new ways to use what you already have. Repurposing old items not only saves money, it brings stories and personality into your outdoor space. An old colander becomes a hanging planter. Rusty tools become garden art. A chipped teapot makes the perfect home for a small succulent. This kind of creativity sparks joy, especially for those who grew up in times where nothing was wasted. You can make your own raised beds from discarded pallets, or edge a garden path with broken tiles or seashells collected over the years. Turn a ladder into a vertical planter shelf. Use jars for solar lanterns. The possibilities are endless and deeply personal. This kind of garden tells your story. It shows what matters to you. It gives old things new purpose, just like gardening gives us purpose again. And when people visit your space, they'll see more than flowers. They'll see your history. The best part? You don't need to finish it all at once. Start with one item. Put it somewhere visible. Let the idea grow from there. Bit by bit, your garden becomes a reflection of you. Thoughtful, useful, full of life, and one of a kind. Your garden is not just flower beds and paths. It is your place of power, peace, and quiet. And it can be the way it is convenient for you, without unnecessary work, without haste. Simply, kindly, and with soul. Do not be afraid to start small. Even one flower pot by the window is already a beginning. The garden can be large or very tiny, but if it is made with love, it will always give more than it requires. Let your garden bring you not fatigue but joy. Let every morning begin with a smile when you look at the greenery outside the window. Take care of yourself. Do everything for your own pleasure. And if these ideas helped you, write in the comments. Share your findings. Because you and I learn from each other, at any age.